To all the good people all around the world tuning in, listening to, consuming, absorbing, retaining the best podcast in the world today. And we are just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 5 of Unlocking Your Potential Excellence. Can I get a round of applause? No? Eating? Okay. Okay. Yo, they love the intro, man. They always love the intro.
Oh my God.
Once again and always, my name is Brian.
Oh, my name is Tevin.
And this podcast is all about bringing awareness to various topics to help educate and guide anyone and everyone to finding the potential to be excellent in this world. And with all that being said, please give it up for our lovely guest tonight, Anu!
We're in a public place.
Huh?
We're in a public place.
Give it up for Anu one time! Woo!
Why do you get louder? We're in a Brian.
Public? Oh, public means get quiet. Oh, I'm sorry. So Anu, we like to do this thing where we want to get the viewers to understand who they're listening to.
Okay.
So we want to ask, who are you as a person?
Oh, shoot.
Your hobbies, and where do you go to school?
Okay. So my name is Anu. I go to school at McMaster University. I'm in my first year.
Yep.
What are my hobbies? In high school, I played basketball. I ran track. I like to draw. I like to write. I played the
ball?
piano. Yeah, I did. Don't hate on my height. Stop. Stop.
Saying,
I played basketball and I was 5'4". It was
My
fine.
God, you're
What
dunking?
position?
No, I wasn't dunking.
What position?
I was a guard.
A point guard?
No, I wasn't a point guard. Leave me alone. Okay, where was I? You made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry, boy.
Okay.
Hobbies.
Oh, I play the piano for my church. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, not bad. How many points do you score a game?
Not a lot. I'm a better defensive player.
Oh, defense.
I'm
Why'd you
being
look at
serious.
her like that?
Oh my, I'm not
I'm
lying.
just eating.
I'm a better defensive player. But yeah,
But yeah,
How many
so
points do you stop a game?
ooh,
like a lot. A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
ah,
Don't
okay.
hate on me.
So you think you're better than Brian at ball?
I've never seen Brian play ball.
Yo, I'm sick at ball. Yo, I was on my school's prep team.
Oh,
Yo,
shoot.
our school's sponsored by Jordan. Yo, I was basically like the star
can't.
player. Like everyone
No,
from my high school
It's just
knows.
because I was like the fastest on my team.
I've never heard you
So-
tell a lie my entire life.
Well,
Oh my God.
Well, now she was the fastest on her
school.
team.
What about fastest? What do you mean by fastest on your team?
Well, my school is mostly white.
So like, who else was there to be fast?
No, there were black people on
Oh,
my
my fault.
basketball team.
Of course, the basketball team would
Stop.
have the black people.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like
I can't.
just take her word for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we also like to do this thing where we ask, how are you? And not just, oh, how are you? I'm good, that whole thing. But we want to go in depth. We want to know, how are you as a person? Your
Okay.
aspects of life. Financial, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual.
Okay.
So, at a range of 1 to 3, 1 means you're barely doing it, 2 means you're sometimes doing it, 3 means you're doing it on a daily basis. You can use decimals if you need to.
Okay.
Financially, how you
Okay,
doing in life?
financially, I'd say a solid 2
Yo, she rich.
Out of
out of
3.
3.
oh,
I'm not working currently, but I worked last summer, and I still have money from that job. And yeah,
Where'd you work?
I worked at Sick Kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was that?
that
It was
applies to
fun.
your program. That's very intelligent.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was fun. I worked in a lab though, like not in the hospital.
Oh, so you're always in the lab cooking then?
Okay.
See what I did there? 'Cause
That was
cooking.
really bad. That was bad.
Oh,
That
God.
was
He makes a
bad.
lot of bad jokes.
Oh shoot.
Were you making cocaine because you went to an all-white school?
We can't put that in the video.
We should really edit that out. Oh, watch us not edit that out.
Oh my God.
Emotionally.
We can't put that in the video.
Emotionally. it's-
Emotionally?
So this is more of like relationships. So have you been
Oh.
hanging out with the right people? Are you hanging out with
Yeah.
some toxic people, some good
No,
people?
never that.
Gotta cut some people off, or you gotta, keep
Um,
them with you.
Well, I've made a lot of good friends at my school.
Yeah.
Which
Good
one?
relationships.
So you
This
meant,
one.
you meant the other one, not this one.
All of them. I
right,
made
right.
good friends at my other school too.
My bad.
But yeah, I think in terms of relationships, I'm good. I'd say a 3.
Ooh, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Mentally, so My favorite one. Let's say someone comes to you on the street and just starts bashing you. Your hair's trash.
What?
You're ugly. You're 5'4", so you can't shoot and play basketball.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna let that person bother you?
No, I don't.
Or are you gonna brush it out? Are you gonna take that?
I don't. Really
Or are you gonna let it
care.
consume you?
Here's what I
stressful.
think. Like if I don't know you, like your opinion is really irrelevant to me.
What if your closest friend said that to you?
I don't know. I don't really get angry like that. Maybe I would like reevaluate what I'm doing and try to get better. I don't know.
So you're saying that wouldn't consume you whole?
No. Like I honestly don't care. Like if people think I'm ugly, like you're entitled to your own opinion. Like it's fine.
You heard it here first.
Like,
You heard it here
it
first.
doesn't
You're
really
here first,
matter.
you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
What do you mean by you heard it here first?
No, watch it. Physically.
Physically?
Now, like the habits you're doing, eating, working out. If you do work out, will that lead you
Playing
to a
basketball.
very long, lengthy life, or you gotta change some things?
I haven't
Do I need
played
it?
a sport.
Redundant. The same word.
Don't watch that, fam. I do math and equations, not English, fam.
What?
Yo, listen.
I played like last time. Honestly, in terms of physical health, like I haven't been working out much since I got here, but like I want to start because like this time last year I'd be playing sports. Like it's really bad. I'm like.
Wanna come play ball with us on Sunday?
Early
Wait,
morning.
what time?
Early morning ball work.
We
So as
play
soon as it
ball
opens.
in the morning.
Oh no,
8:30.
I'm not here in the morning. I'm going home tomorrow morning. I'm coming back Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Hey, did you make a decision like before I challenged you? Is it because you're scared or like?
Oh my goodness! No.
She's looking at me going home.
No, I'm actually going home. I'm going home tomorrow morning. I'll join you guys next time.
Spiritually, so since we're all in school and we want to stay optimistic for the future, how could you look into the future and stay happy and optimistic for the unknown, for achieving that goal? Can you look into the future, say, I'm going to achieve that no matter what anyone says, even if I say it myself, I'm going to achieve that goal no matter, by any means necessary?
Definitely.
A 3?
I would say a 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say
Strong.
a 3. Yep.
All right, with that being said, the gist of today's podcast is just about Anu's experience and knowledge she acquired from going from a diverse environment to a non-diverse environment.
Was the pause for dramatic effect? It didn't work.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
this guy
as
was
Tevin,
ripping you apart.
Yo, listen, he never shows me love.
That's crazy.
It really is. But before we really get started into it, Tevin, your definition of diversity.
Diversity. Google's definition?
Your definition.
Okay, I'll just say mine. It should be the same. To be different or to stand out among a crowd of others that are similar.
I like that.
The state of being diverse.
I hate
Showing
when
a-
Google does that. The definition of diversity, state of being that.
So now I gotta go to diverse.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go diverse and say it's showing a great deal of variety. Very different.
Variety.
So I was right.
That's what my
Call me Google.
schools lacked.
Oof.
Variety.
Speaking of school, what was this school that lacked diversity? Why did it lack diversity?
I wouldn't say, okay, my high school.
You should probably start with the school that didn't, because that's where you were first, and that's where you met Brian.
Okay, wait. Okay,
Yeah, back
so
up.
I went to elementary school with Brian. At that school, there were a lot of black people.
Shout out to Holy Child one time.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
And there were more than black people, it wasn't black
Yeah,
people.
there were Filipino people.
It
Super
wasn't,
Italian
it wasn't
people.
segregated or nothing.
Yeah, no.
Super diverse.
It was very diverse. And then I'm not gonna like name the schools that I went to, but like I moved out of Holy Child, and the school that I went to from grades 4 to 8 was like all white people. I think
There's nothing wrong with that.
there's nothing wrong with that at all. It was more so like I made the experience bad for myself,
Yep.
because like I kind of freaked out because I wasn't used to it. Like I have nothing against white people. Like don't even like don't get me
Quick
wrong.
disclaimer.
Yeah,
of
like
course.
it's not about that. It's about like when you're in a different environment, like when you're the only one who looks like you in a particular environment, you
Yeah.
feel the need to conform. It's
Yeah.
not like they were telling me because you're black, you need to conform. It wasn't any of that.
Yep.
It was me telling myself that's what I needed to do. So I'm not like bashing people who aren't black. Like that's not what I'm doing. it was hard. It was a hard transition.
So we kind of went on Instagram and we tried to acquire some questions from anyone who watches the podcast. And one person asked at Tevin Wellington, what are the pros and cons to that environment?
Being in a non-diverse environment.
Yeah, in a non-diverse
Wait,
environment.
how do you know I was the Tevin?
I don't know if that's the same
Yeah.
Tevin Wellington, but yeah.
Isn't that your name? Is that not his name?
No. Well, yeah, just answer the question. Answer the question.
Okay.
That was close.
Pros and cons. Okay. So I think, should I start with the cons? I'll start with the pros.
Yeah, go. From bad to good. Bad to good.
Okay.
Bad to good.
So, okay, the cons of being in a non-diverse environment is from my grade, I felt like I had the role of being like the representation of like what black people are like. You know what I mean? Because
I would have misused that so much.
No, you know what I mean? Because like...
I would have been so evil.
Chill.
You know what I mean? Because like for some people, like they may have never had a black friend before.
Yeah.
So like the only thing they really know, I know. The only thing they know about black people is like what they see from the media. So then they have all these expectations
crazy. I would
in
hate
their
black
head.
people if that's all I knew. That's actually crazy.
You know what I mean? So they would have
Racism makes sense. Racism makes sense.
Yeah. So
if you
they
only have one point of view.
Exactly. So like you can kind of see where they're coming from. So like they would have these ideas of like what a black person is supposed to like be like.
Yeah.
And like I would like, cause you know, individuality is a thing. Like not all black people are the same, of course.
No.
So like, stop. Like you know what I mean? So just having like kind of preconceived notions. Like one stereotype that I think is like the biggest is that like we're overly aggressive. I think.
I believe that's more for the black females. Than
Yeah. So like I have a
feel
memory.
people typing.
I have a memory of a time. I can't remember what grade I was in. We were like lining up to play kickball or something, and I think somebody.
Legendary game.
I've never played kickball. We call it soccer, baseball, or soccer.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, the white people name it kickball.
Stop!
You've been converted.
That's what you know.
No.
I've never heard anyone call it kickball.
I was telling Brian, I haven't had a black guy in my grade since I left Holy Child. Like, from grades 4 to 12.
You can do the
So
math.
it's not only
You can do the math. She has
Yeah.
from
it's
grade
not
4
only
to grade.
segregation from the race.
from
It's
first year
segregation from
university.
gender.
Yeah, like there was
So are you part of the All Black Men Are Trash movement, or
wait, say that again.
the All Black Men Are Trash?
No,
movement?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Wait, what story? Okay, I'll tell the kickball story. Okay, so I was lining up for kickball, and I think someone butted me in the line or something. And then the guys in my grade were like, "Oh, like why'd you do that? And it's gonna beat you up." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. Like, when have you ever seen me be violent? Like, I'm not. No, you know what I mean? Like,
I know
they
what
just,
you mean.
yeah,
I
like
know
they
what you
just
mean.
thought like I was like this person who could like fight people. Like, I've never gotten in a physical fight in my life. Like,
But were you the most athletic person in your grade?
no.
Disappointed.
I wasn't. Yeah, see, you see what I mean? Like, I didn't live up to, like, the
expectation.
stereotype,
I would have
you know
been the
what
most
I mean?
athletic person in
No,
my grade.
I was not. The most athletic person in my grade,
Oh, that's
she was
funny.
Filipino, I think.
Yeah, they're
very
sick with it.
athletic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I was like one of the faster runners. Like, I was on the track team.
There you go.
But,
That's the stereotype.
Yeah, you know, some stereotypes are true, but, like, not all, right? So, yeah, it was like, I was kind of annoyed at that because I'm like, why do you think I'm going to beat this person up? You don't even know me like that. Like,
I'm just gonna beat you.
right? Like, why would I do that? You know? So it's just like little things like that. And you know, another thing I hated was the fact that because they didn't know a lot about like black culture, I guess, like I would be getting asked so many questions. Like somebody asked me
How about your hair?
Yeah, someone asked me if braids grow out of my head. They will ask me if I braid my hair.
Mouth. If you never seen a black person, I wouldn't know that if I didn't know black
Braids.
But I would have known that's a hairstyle.
No, like,
I've seen it.
or they would ask me if
But
I.
then again, you're right. Appearance versus
If you've
reality.
never seen a black person
Okay,
before,
that's
there's
why
certain
like I
things
can
you don't know.
understand
That
where
is
they're coming
true.
from. But like for me, cause like I guess I was so young and I wasn't used to getting
Yeah.
asked certain
That's
questions. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be black. Like that was my mindset in grades 4,
I love
5,
being
and
black,
6.
bro.
I love being black. It wasn't until grade 7, but like grades 4 to 6, like when I got to that school, like I started straightening my hair and all that stuff. Like I never did that before. Like it was so bad. It was actually so bad. I would like pretend to like certain music. Like I pretended to like One Direction.
Oh, I was about to say, if you said country music, I was
no.
Oh my goodness,
Where's Andre?
I was about to leave.
Yeah, because like I don't know. It was just like little things that I did to try and fit in.
Nickelback country.
No, I didn't listen to Nickelback.
Nickelback's okay, but rest of them.
Nah, Nickelback bummed. I don't
Oh,
care.
Nickelback, only Nickelback.
I don't care. When my cousin put me on, what?
I
Shout out to
can't.
Spencer one time. What?
I'm
I wasn't
done.
serious.
But yeah, like it was very
Oh, you weren't?
different.
Yeah, same.
He got you.
That wasn't serious either.
He got you. But yeah, it was. That was like a major con.
Wait, that was one con?
Yeah. What else? Okay,
Oh,
this
wow.
is like so stupid. But okay, when I had to bring lunch to
I
school.
feel like this is therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
Like, the resonating in my mind for like 8 years.
No, literally. Like when I had to bring lunch to school, cause like sometimes my mom would pack me like jollof rice and stuff. And I'm
Wait,
like, you know,
what's your background?
Nigerian.
Okay, continue.
Don't even.
not
That's
saying
like
anything.
a whole other video.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not, too much controversy. Too much
Jamaican
controversy.
food is the best.
Okay, let's just like. We're not talking about you guys right now.
You're putting flags right here.
No, literally,
Jamaican,
insert a
Nigerian,
flag.
and
Insert
Ghana
a
right
flag.
here.
My flag's on my chest, 24/7.
Oh shoot.
We get copyrighted by Jamaica.
Right? That's crazy. Ugh.
What?
I
Yo,
can't.
we've been flagged before.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
That was funny. Okay, sorry, continue.
But yeah, like so like when
Bringing
I
lunch to bring
yeah,
lunch to
it's because
school.
like my lunch is like different than everyone else's,
yeah, that is
you know.
true.
So it's just like awkward for me. Like I felt awkward like eating my lunch. It was like
How
it's
do
like
you
it's
mean
so
that?
stupid, but like it's so stupid. But you have to like experience it to understand.
No, I
like,
kind of understand what you mean,
you
because
know?
even coming here on the 8th floor, I would like warm up my food in the microwave,
Yeah.
and then I would like bring it out, and then I'd be like, just. And then after, like, I would bring it out, right?
Wait, what?
That's supposed to be his food.
Yeah. And then I would bring it out, right? And it'd be smelling nice, because, you know,
Yeah.
Jamaican food smells nice.
Well
Yeah.
seasoned.
So I walk down the hallway, and then, like, I would feel like people are just, like,
Looking
wondering.
at you
Yeah,
like
wondering
what is in there? You know what I mean?
Because if you're not making like the traditional type food, like eggs and stuff
Right?
in the kitchen,
It's you like it's,
It's
weird,
weird, yeah.
you know? But it shouldn't be weird. It's like I think we're just like making it seem like it's we're
like
just,
you said, it's
overthinking it.
not because of them. It's
Exactly,
because
it's
of
like
us.
us,
that
like
being
just like
uncomfortable.
overthinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So since we kind of like talked about all the bad things, let's bring it to the
Okay,
positive
no, yeah,
side.
I'm trying.
I
I'm
bet
still
there's
trying
more
to
bad,
think.
though. Finish, get it off your chest.
Oh, okay. A big thing was the N word. So
Oh, you know I heard that one time here?
no, yeah, that was my life. Like I
Wait.
have a story for you guys.
Whoa, the amount of fights I would have gone
No,
into.
I have a story for you guys.
No,
okay,
no.
I was in grade
I would have
6.
fought so many people.
You know, prior to this, like
Oh
I
my
had
goodness.
never been called the N word. Like I never like, cause you know,
Nah,
like who's
I
gonna
need
call
to
me
go
the
for
N
a
word?
laugh. I need to go
No,
for a laugh.
stop.
Continue.
So okay, this is what happened. So I was in grade 6. It was like recess, and like
Recess?
listen, I can't remember what exactly led to this, but like this guy, he was like a grade younger than me, and like he got like a year younger than me, and he got upset at me for some reason, right? So then I left the situation,
Okay.
and then one of his friends actually snitched on him and was like, he just called you the N-word, right? And I was like really shook because like I had never been called the N-word
Yeah,
before.
you're like,
so
what,
I was like,
yeah.
what? Right? So then like it got taken to like the principal, and he ended up getting suspended for like 3
Nah, I
days.
should have got expelled.
Yeah, I know.
Expel the school or expel out of the country or the planet.
The school. Not even expelled.
I know,
Let's
yeah,
be
but,
realistic.
like-
You should have got. A how long did you get suspended for?
Like 3 days or something.
A week. That's a week
Yeah.
still. That's a week.
Yeah. So so that was the first time I got called the N-word, and I was just like, what the hell? And like it was not a good
Profanity?
experience.
Was that?
Is
the-
hell profanity? What
Yeah,
the
we'll
heck?
allow it,
Was
we'll allow
What
was
the heck?
was that in the first year you moved to that school?
No, it was in grade 6.
Oh, so like 2-3 years in.
Yeah. Prior to then, though, it was like okay. I don't know if it's considered racism, but like this is like so bad thinking of it. It's so stupid. In grade 4, we would like make nicknames for each other, and like my nickname was Oreo. And looking back on that, I'm just like, what?
My name was Oreo too, because of the way I carried myself.
Yeah.
But
And
I think this is a two different.
I think it's a different type of Oreo. I was imagining
Different kind of Oreo.
Yeah.
Same brand but different flavor.
yeah, man, like I was just like thinking about
You're the
that one
vanilla
day.
Oreo.
Stop. No, I was just like, oh my gosh, right? So like that was, but it's so stupid. But like grade 6, I got called the N-word and it was bad. And that was like when I realized, cause like
What was one side interrupted? What was once we got called the N-word, but you were like aware of how severe it was?
What do you mean?
Like, was it just grade 6, or were you called like later times?
Oh, I've only been called the N-word once, to the best of my knowledge. Like I don't know what people say like on their phones, but like
okay.
that was like the only occurrence. But like people will say the N-word around me. There was
they would look at you to see if it's okay, right?
No, yeah, they'd be like, oh, I have a pass, and I'm like, what pass, you know, like, and
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either because
If you
like,
have to get a pass for something, then don't.
Oh,
Right?
but this is a good topic. Do you believe? Because in the way I look at it, there's 3 options.
Mm-hmm.
I put up 2. 3 options. One option, everyone says it. I'm not doing the middle one. The other option is that no one says it, but the middle option, the one that we're trying to like strive for, is that only black people say it,
Yeah.
or only people of minorities
so
say it.
this is what I think.
Which one are you for?
I think only black people should say it.
Or only
Personally.
minorities, like brown people can't say that?
No, they
Only
cannot.
black people?
Because
Okay.
what does the N-word have to do with brown people?
I don't know. It was a question. My bad.
You
boss.
know what I mean? Like,
I know you're
like,
right.
like I know. Okay, I understand to a certain degree. Like, if you grow up in an environment where there are like a lot of black people and like
Brampton?
saying the N-word is like part of like the language of like your neighborhood. Like, I understand that to a certain degree. Like, if you look at New York, like Hispanics and black people, like
They call each other the N-word.
yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, I understand why people would use that as an argument. But I personally think the word was used against black people, and we were able to reclaim it and, like, use it as a term of endearment. Like, for black people. Like, if someone outside of the race uses it, like, it's wrong. Like, but I don't know. It's really hard to like control because people are gonna say you can't. That's what I'm saying. So you can like strive for like only black people to say it, but it's like there are still gonna be non-black
you can have
people
your
who
opinion,
are saying,
but like,
you know what I
can't stop
mean?
people from saying what they want to
So
say.
that's why I don't put a lot of my energy into that. When I hear people who are non-black who like say the N-word, and I try not to focus my energy on that because it's like you can't change everybody. Like people are gonna do what they want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my stance on it. Like I don't condone it, but like I don't try to like fight everybody who says the N-word because it's like they're still gonna do it. They're just gonna do it when you're not there, you know.
I only fight them if they call me.
If they call exactly.
That's
the
the time I'll
you
fight.
know what I mean.
Or someone that I care about enough to actually fight. What about you, Brian? What camp are you in? The no one, everyone, or just blacks?
I feel like
Wax.
just to
I'm sorry.
just to eliminate more experiences from that, like from your experience in the future, I feel like just no one should just say it at all,
But you know it's never gonna
Including
happen.
black people?
including black people.
You know, personally, I don't say the N-word. Like
yeah, same.
yeah.
So like I feel like
Like I don't know. Like well, I don't know. Like I don't.
because in my opinion, I feel like with problems, when that word even comes up, a lot of controversy happens.
Yeah.
Not even just with that word, but just many words or
I know.
topics of discussion in general. So if people just don't talk about it at all, then those controversies, those fights won't even occur at all. It'll just limit
It's
the
just-
amount of bad interactions happening in the future.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like black people like we have the right to use the word because of like how it was used against us. But like honestly, like I'd rather focus my energy on like actually solving the problem of racism. Like people saying the N-word and like singing
How
along to
would
the
you
song
solve
and stuff.
racism? Oh, can I say my opinion on it before you say how
Yeah,
you
go
solve?
ahead.
I'm in the camp of no one should say it because what really changed my mind on this was when I saw Kendrick, I think it was Kendrick Lamar. He invited a white
Oh, I saw that video.
person like up to a white. He's a rapper. He says the N-word in his lyrics. And then it was a concert that he was at in America. So he invited one of the crowd people. They were white. And then they were singing along. And then it got to the point where the N-word was. I think Kendrick like put the mic there, or he like hesitated to see if she would say it, and she said it. And then he was like basically like correcting her, saying how you shouldn't say that. And I'm like, if you kind of put her in a position to fail at that point.
But at the same time, like let's say I'm in the car with my mom and like a song's playing with like a lot of curse words. Like I'll sing along to the song and I'll jump over the curse words. I won't miss a beat, right? Like it's not hard.
It's the opposite. My dad cusses on
No.
Sorry. I see what you're saying. You are.
You know what I mean?
That's why I wear headphones in the car.
Yeah, so it's like if I oh my god, like I don't even say the N word. Like if I can skip over.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I don't say the N word either.
Like it's not a hard
if I
thing
cannot
to
say it,
do.
then it's not.
It's not hard.
Or
Like it's
people
really
are just
not
so
hard.
accustomed to saying.
I know, because it's in like a
tougher
lot
to
of our
turn it off.
music, but like I don't think it's like too much to ask. But at the same time, like I've stopped caring because like I know people aren't gonna change, which is like bad, but like like what can you do?
Yeah. Well, what we can do is have a good first impression. So how was your first impression when you first got into that non-diverse environment? Because you said that you didn't have that.
Oh.
You had that experience like 2-3 years in.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Big segue, right?
8 out of 10.
So you had that bad interaction 2-3 years in. What about like your very first interaction, if you can, or kind of like first week or?
Yeah. So when I was in grade 4. So I remember like lining up on the first day to get into my school, and like I was like looking around at all like the kids playing, just like looking for the black people. I was so.
I play that game all the time. Like on television. Like on television, I would play Look for the Black Person as a kid. That was so fun.
I was like looking. I was just like. And I was like thinking to myself, okay, like maybe they're somewhere else,
so
like
they're just hiding.
Yeah, like maybe they're inside. Like I didn't know.
Maybe it's like dark outside. There's a cloud covering the sun, so you can't see them.
No, like I was literally trying to convince myself, and then like I walked in, and I was just like, I think, okay, were there 2 black people in my grade? One was half black.
Not even 5, 2.
No, one was half black. One was.
So like, is he a full person or is he a half?
The girl, she was half black. I mean, she considered herself black, but like, no, like I mean, some people.
It's like with sayings. If you have any say in blood in you at all, you're a saying.
Yeah.
If you're like 0.2% black.
No, because some mixed people may not identify with being black, like if they're like white passing. But like she identified with being black. Like it doesn't even matter, right? But yeah. So like I looked around and it was like, just like, cause Woodbridge. Oh, I just exposed my city. It doesn't matter.
Censor.
But
No. It's just the city. She didn't say the school.
Yeah, it's fine. But like there are like a lot of Italian people. So like my school was just like everyone was Italian.
Oh, I like Italian people.
Yeah, Italians aren't bad at all. I was just like I stuck out,
Most of my teachers in elementary were Italian.
Yeah, literally.
Same.
No, a lot of teachers
Yeah,
are
they're
Italian. Like
Italian.
I've noticed. But yeah. So I was like kind of nervous, and I know like for the first few days, like I didn't really have friends. Because I was like, I don't know, like.
Well, that's usually how it goes when you go to.
Yeah, I know. It's like you have to take some time to like.
Yeah, it's a process.
Settle down, right? But I did end up making friends in my class.
You meet white friends, crazy.
Stop, but yeah, like but the thing with me, the thing I noticed in elementary school, like I never really had like a group of friends. Like I would like squad hop, like I would hang out with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until high school where like I really found like a solid group of friends. Yeah. And I'm not a cliquey person. Like I'll talk to anyone, but in elementary school, like now that I think about it, like I did bounce from like friend group to friend group. Like I was like I would try to talk to everybody because I didn't really know where like I fit, right? So
but like when you're like bouncing from like friend group to friend group and meeting so many people, were you able to like express yourself in a way that they like, let's say you went through an experience or you had like a fight with them and they can't understand you because they didn't come from the same upbringing as you from a diverse environment?
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever bring any of your friends
home? How were you able
home?
to express yourself?
Oh, I brought two.
What race were they?
Filipino.
The Filipino, they can understand because
Yeah.
their parents are just like our parents.
My
They can
friend
understand.
was one of 2 Asian people in my grade. So like
There was
like,
even less
really-
Asian people.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like
Oh, they had to deal with that too. That must
yeah,
have
they
been
like
tough
she
too.
went through like
They vibe with
she
each
went
other.
through the same thing.
she went through the same thing, right? But sorry, what was your question?
Yeah,
before?
expressing yourself to people who didn't fully understand what it was
Yeah,
like
that's
to
the
be
thing.
in
Like,
that
I don't
scenario.
really recall like talking about my feelings. Like, no, honestly, like, cause
Didn't back then.
yeah, like I didn't really like if even when I got called the N word, like I didn't really talk to my friends about it like that because like they wouldn't really understand like the weight that
The
word
Filipino
carries.
girl.
Yeah, like she was like my best friend in elementary school. She's actually here at Mac. But
Yay.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I didn't really talk about my feelings because like I didn't feel like you know, like when I'm not saying it's like I have a lot of non-black friends, but like to me, you need to have like if you are black,
Yeah,
you
she
need to have
definitely
black
wasn't there.
friends. Like you need to have black friends because like that's just what I think because like there are some people who may not be able to understand. They're like they may not be able to understand what you're experiencing because they haven't experienced it before. So just even having like one person who you can just like vent to,
Yeah.
who's like coming from the same place that you are, I
Yeah.
think that's very important. And I didn't really have that until I got to high school.
Interesting.
So for like 4 years, you didn't really feel like yourself.
Well, I would say, yeah, it was mostly like grades 4, 5, and 6. Like I was kind of just doing things that I thought I should do, like in order to fit in. But like grade 7, I think that's when I was more like myself. Like, oh my God.
Tevin.
Why did you stop talking?
Sorry. Grade 7, grade 7, I like stopped straightening my hair, and I was like,
Wait.
I was like,
How
yeah.
long is your natural hair?
My natural hair, I haven't straightened it since grade 6. I'm not sure. I have pictures. I can like picture here. I don't know, but like.
You're doing that? You're doing
Damn, we're editing. We gotta do it for the people.
Okay, but like, yeah, then grade 7, because also I think from grades 4 to 6, I lost touch with like my culture, like my Nigerian side. Like I did not
Oh,
associate.
you know I'm Nigerian too?
Are you actually?
I'm Edo, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is he lying?
He paid like $87 for Ancestry.com.
Are you serious?
I'm
Got like
That
a
is
whole
so
list.
I'm like
funny.
50%
50%?
Nigerian, and then I'm like, I'm 98% African total, but
Yeah.
most of it is Nigerian, the rest is other places in
Oh
Africa.
wow, that's crazy.
Then I'm like
I'm
German
Yoruba.
and then British.
Damn, that's crazy. They say Edo people are witches.
That makes sense.
That's the stereotype that Edo
Right.
people are witches. But yeah,
You
like
know, I'm Yoruba. I claim that one now.
yeah,
I
Yoruba,
switched. I
you know the
switched.
vibes.
I
That's
switched.
what I'm saying.
I switched.
Yoruba's where it's at.
You're
But
Yoruba?
yeah, I'm Yoruba.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we're the most populous. I
Yeah,
think.
we are. Yeah.
We are. But yeah, so I would like lost touch with my Nigerian side like during that period. But in grade 7, like I went off. Like I started to like I started to like actually be interested in learning about my culture. Like aside from like what I learn at home, of
How
course.
much did you learn?
Like I would just like research like Nigerian history. Like I would get into like.
Out of curiosity.
Oh my goodness! What do you know?
Oh, don't worry about what I know. Okay. Start back as far back as you learned. Like maybe did you go farther than the 1400s? Like how far back?
Oh
did you go?
no, I'm not into history like that.
Oh,
I'm more so
okay, let me put my knee
research
back
things.
down.
I more so research things like the Biafran War in Nigeria. I don't know if you know about that.
Nah,
And like
that's
it's
not what I
just
searched.
okay, like I just like stuff like that and like Nigerian music. Like that's when I actually started listening to African music. Like grade 7, I started to get into all that.
Okay.
So like I'm really glad that I kind of had that transformation. Also, like from grades 4 to 6, I don't know what was wrong with me, but like I was like I don't want to marry a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Brian, man. But yeah.
Like he always does that. He knows that's not how it
Okay,
feels.
take it
Continue.
in. He's the only boy in his family. He has 3 other black sisters.
Okay.
I just think he's tired of black women at this point.
I
That's
never
just-
said
Oh
that.
my
See, that's
That
controversy
is
right
my opinion of Brian's situation, not
Okay.
Brian's opinion of Brian's
That's
situation.
so
That's
funny.
me.
there. You gotta say that all the time before people.
If you want to comment, me. He wasn't Brian. It's me.
You're really exposing him. That's
I
crazy.
said I'm tired of that.
I'm just saying. I feel like he is.
But yeah, like for me, I don't know. I just like
now?
stop. I just like I don't know. It was like
Give me the stick.
internalized. Stop. It was like internalized racism. Like I was like sometimes I would look at myself in the mirror and I'd be like, what if I were like 4 shades lighter? Like that was where I was at.
It's a movie.
No.
Sorry, sister.
Like that's where I was at. Like from grades 4 to 6, like I would look at myself in the mirror because like all my friends were like light, and I was just like, I didn't like
Dark.
sticking out, you know,
That's
right?
interesting.
So I just
What
look at
about
my
you, Brian?
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off again.
It's okay.
But what did you think about your blackness? Did you like have a problem with it, or like?
I
maybe
think
not
just
being in
because-
your environment.
I
Or
think
how
just
did that-
because I grew up in a diverse environment. I think everywhere I went from
Like, how
clubs-
diverse was it?
Oh
Was it, like-
man, I had a bunch of cultures, and not just cultures, but like different backgrounds of like slang and just
Yeah.
upbringings,
Yeah.
similar and different, but in a way that everyone can learn from each other. So I never really felt like, I guess, alone from being the only person, not even just black, but just how I was raised.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to actually answer my question, you never felt like
I never
you
felt
needed
it.
to change your color.
No.
That you didn't answer. Okay, I assume that's what you meant. Okay.
That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
but like for me, like I'm not gonna lie, like now, like no, I love my skin. Like I was looking, like I don't even, like I'm so sad that I even thought that, and it was like for the wrong reasons, like just to fit in, right? But it's not
Yeah.
like again, it's
What
not
are
like
the right reasons?
what did I say?
You should just that it's for the wrong reasons. I'm like, what would the right reasons be?
What did I say before that? The wrong reasons for
The
what?
wrong reasons for wanting to switch your skin tone.
Did I say that?
Yeah, as opposed to like, what are the right reasons?
Oh, I didn't even know that I said that.
Don't watch that. Don't watch
I'm
that.
sorry. Okay, I'm like what?
No, it's like, it confused me. I'm like,
what?
what
I
right
confused
reasons?
myself. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know.
So like for the people who are struggling, I guess in the situation that you went through right now, on the day-to-day, I guess going to school, what can they do to feel, I guess, a bit more comfortable in that non-diverse environment? What
Like,
could they do?
Paint your friends black.
No, but because you said that you didn't start feeling like yourself again until like grade 7, but you got to school in grade 4, so that's
Yeah,
3 whole
I
years.
know.
That's a lot of time.
I know.
So like, what can people who are probably in grade 4 right now or grade 3 right now who need that kind of advice?
Just like I would say, even if you feel the pressure to conform or like change yourself in order to be like everybody else, like just resist it. Like that's the thing. I wasn't trying to resist it. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this so that my life will be easier, right? But like if you are yourself, like if you act like yourself, you will attract the right people regardless of their race. It doesn't matter that they're not black. Like you will find the right friends. Because grade 7, like I had a group of friends that I wasn't actually like, I don't know, I felt like every time I was with them, like I was just like, I don't know, it didn't feel like a true friendship.
Yeah.
But like once I started to like act like myself and I like stepped away from that group, like I actually found like pretty good friends. So like if you're yourself, you'll attract the right people. A lot of the time, like especially if it's your first time, if you're so used to being around people like you, and you walk into an environment where everyone is different than you.
Yeah, everyone's had that though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it can
Everyone's
be
had that.
very, very scary, but like
A bit
just
intimidating.
it can be intimidating.
I had
but,
that
like,
when I went to Alabama to visit my mom.
when you went to where?
Alabama. My mom was
Oh,
in
you went
Alabama.
to Alabama. Shoot.
It
Wasn't
was
that like a year or
crazy,
2 years ago?
fam. It was grade.
Wasn't that long
brain
ago?
cells. It
was
wasn't
like
that
2
long
years
ago. It was one of the Christmas breaks.
Yeah.
during
Yeah,
high
yeah, I
school.
think it was last year.
I went
then.
twice. Yeah, last year.
Damn.
I went once to grade 10, once to twice. Well, yeah, once to grade 10, then once to grade 12.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's like it's intimidating.
It was during Trump's campaign. It was
Oh
funny.
no!
It was so
Oh
funny.
my gosh! No!
I've never seen so many make a grade against science.
No!
on people's front
Oh
yard.
my gosh!
That was funny, fam.
No, that was so bad.